Hello there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I'm Ryan in Singapore. Welcome to our mindfulness practice. Today's topic is what are the benefits of mindfulness? And the first thing I think to talk about here is the benefits of mindfulness, and understanding what the benefits of a mindfulness practice are is one way to really help keep us motivated to practice. So, why do we come and sit on our cushions or spend time meditating? Because there are so many other things that we could be doing besides meditating, right? And I do remember when I was teaching one of my mindfulness-based stress reduction courses, there was one participant in particular who really couldn't get her mind around the idea of practicing mindfulness when it just seemed like it's a complete waste of time was her idea, right? Like I could be doing something that I enjoy. I could be watching my favorite series on Netflix, is what she said, right? And so why would I sit around doing nothing when I could be doing something that is, when we look at something like watching television, that's something that I can use to increase my enjoyment, to help me to relax in a way. So why would I do something else that is apparently a waste of time? So what I've got today are a few of the benefits that we can expect from our mindfulness practice, and which can be really a motivator to keep practicing and to practice every day. And so the benefits I'm going to share are benefits that are related to people who have completed the mindfulness-based stress reduction course. And why this course? Because mindfulness-based stress reduction is a rigorous, intensive meditation course that requires a daily practice. And so I kind of want to use that to help not only encourage us to meditate, but to encourage daily meditation, because this is really where we start to see the real benefits. And in mindfulness-based stress reduction, the meditation time is between 45 minutes and an hour and 10 minutes each day. And so I'm not saying that you need to meditate that long, but that was kind of the idea. And I went on retreat with John Kabat-Zinn last year, who is the creator of mindfulness-based stress reduction, and that was one of the questions that he said his colleagues asked him when he created the course is, why 45 minutes, John? That seems like an awful lot to ask of someone who's never meditated before. And his response was, this was for people who are determined to do it. And why start with something that might only help a little bit when, after all, the results that we've seen from mindfulness-based stress reduction are significant. And I think that's really what he was looking for, is build the course to ensure that there is something to report when it's done. And meditating 10 minutes at each day may not have given that result when prescribed to a large population. So you'll find that any time you're searching for research about the benefits of mindfulness, that mindfulness-based stress reduction, this intensive 8-week course about meditation and exploring meditation piece by piece, step by step, is the one that is cited and the one that is used for all of these studies. So it's how I started meditating, and I am now a certified mindfulness-based stress reduction teacher because of the amount of benefit that it's had for me. So what are some of the benefits? The number one benefit of mindfulness-based stress reduction, or let's just say of meditating every day, of practicing mindfulness every day. Maybe that's even more important to say than meditating every day, because we can, meditation is a big blanket term that encompasses all kinds of different things. So practicing mindfulness is taking time out of your schedule to pay attention to what's happening right now. And often that includes sitting still and just observing what's happening to the body in the present, what's happening in the external environment, so staying still. And so the first benefit of mindfulness-based stress reduction is written on the box. It's stress reduction. So, and stress reduction is really the avenue by which most of the other benefits emerge. So it's kind of emergent of this stress reduction. So this is really the first thing that we can see is that our stress levels and the way that it can be measured is the amount of cortisol in the bloodstream. And so this was how it's measured in studies, is that cortisol drops. And so this fight or flight response that is seen all the time in us human beings, even when something not life-threatening is happening, right? I mean, this is what cortisol is for. It's to help us to escape or fight back in situations that our life is in danger. So most of the time when we experience these cortisol spikes, our life is not in danger. It's because this thinking machine has created a scenario in which that feels so real that it becomes real to our bodies. And so causes these cortisol spikes. And so this is one thing that dropping into present moment awareness can really help alleviate that. And meditation not only helps you while you're meditating, but there's a reason we call it practice. It's practice because we're practicing dropping into the present moment and feeling what's going on now, so that not only while we're meditating, but also back in our daily lives, we recognize, hey, wait a minute, my mind is wandering to something right now that I'm not in control of. Is it possible for me to bring my mind back into this moment instead of being lost in the future or being lost in the past? And so this really is kind of the key to why mindfulness is effective, is this stress reduction component. Number 2 is emotional regulation. So in present moment awareness, that is something else that is a benefit for our mindfulness practice, is that we can see and we'll experience it as this in the next couple weeks. We'll be using this specifically for emotional regulation, is that emotions aren't just up here. Emotions are in the body, and emotions create physical sensations in the body when they emerge. So as we begin to experience an emotion, one of the very first things that you can notice, even before you're cognitively aware of the emotion, is that the emotion begins to create a physical sensation in the body. So as we become more and more aware of our bodies in the present moment, we can start to notice what those emotions feel like. And as we become aware of those emotions, we can begin to respond to them instead of blindly reacting. Oh, hey, there's anger. I'm starting to feel angry right now. And start to rationalize. Does it make sense right now? Does it make sense to be angry about this situation? And oftentimes we'll find that our emotional response doesn't match what the situation is that we're facing. Another one is cognitive ability, in that that meditating often can create a better amount of focus, that we can stay focused more easily. We can have better attention, we can have better memory, and more cognitive flexibility can be cultivated through our mindfulness practice. And in fact, another thing that is interesting is that there have been studies that show increased gray matter in the area of the brain that is related to memory, learning, emotional regulation, and empathy. And so that this has really had measurable effects on how the brain changes and develops. Another benefit is pain management. In fact, this is how mindfulness-based stress reduction began, was with people who were experiencing a great amount of pain. And that's how Jon Kabat-Zinn started, was to see, can I relate to my pain in a different way through being aware in the present moment, especially being aware of my attitude towards my pain. So one of the big things that we see is that people who are having chronic pain may brace against it and try to wish that pain is gone, and to be angry and to be upset about it. And so the acceptance that this is what's happening now is something that helps alleviate. Improved immune function is another benefit. And again, this is, what is MBSR has been shown to increase the activity of natural killer cells, which are crucial to fighting off infections and illnesses, and help with autoimmune disorders. So one of the key things that managing stress can do is to minimize inflammation. So as we become aware of our situation, the awareness can help reduce the stress. The reduction of stress can help reduce inflammation, and that can help with autoimmune disorders such as rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, inflammatory bowel disease, things like that. And last but not least, cardiovascular health is that reduced stress can also lead to reduced blood pressure, and that can help with cardiovascular disease. So that's a good summary about a lot of the main benefits, and I hope that knowledge helps to give you some more motivation to keep up your daily practice. And it really is what motivates me to practice, is to know that besides helping my mental health, it's helpful physically. So we'll go ahead and get into our practice. Welcome, everybody. As we have been talking about mindfulness-based stress reduction, we will be doing the practice that is kind of core and foundational to mindfulness-based stress reduction, which is the body scan. So get comfortable. So maybe you're sitting on a cushion or a chair. Maybe you've chosen to lie down. Starting by tuning in to the contact points between the body and the surface that you're sitting or lying on. So can you feel pressure against the buttocks? If you're lying down, do you feel the pressure against the shoulder blades, the back of the head, the heels? If you're sitting, I'd encourage you to bring your back away from the backrest so that you're sitting up by your own effort, helping with alertness. So focusing here on the sensation of pressure between the supporting surface and the body. Seeing if you can examine all of the little details of what it feels like to be sitting. And as you're ready, perhaps on your next exhale, releasing the attention at the supporting surface and guiding the attention down the left side of the body, down the left leg, through the knee, through the lower leg, through the ankle, into the foot, and all the way out into the toes of the left foot. Can you feel each of your toes? So without moving them, is it possible to tune in to your experience of your left toes? The big toe, the little toe, each of the toes in between. The sole of the left foot, the left heel, the top of the left foot, the left ankle, the left shin bone, the left calf muscle. So tuning into whatever ordinary sensations you're experiencing, not looking for anything, just examining what's already here as we move into the back of the left knee, the sides of the left knee, the left kneecap, the left thigh, the left hip, and then crossing over the pelvis to the right hip and going down the right leg all the way until we get to the right toes. The right big toe, the right little toe, the three toes in between, spaces between the toes. The sole of the right foot, the top of the right foot, the right heel, the right ankle, the right shin bone, the right calf muscle, the back of the right knee, the sides of the right knee, the right kneecap, the right thigh, the right hip, the right buttock, the tailbone, the left buttock, the left hip, and beginning to draw attention to the front of the pelvis, the genital region, the perineum, the anal region, then back to the tailbone, slowly moving upwards, climbing the vertebrae, kind of like climbing a ladder, bringing awareness to each of the lower vertebrae. Noticing the muscles of the lower back. Continuing to climb the vertebrae as we begin to feel the vertebrae where the ribs begin to come out. And we begin to climb towards the upper back, noticing the shoulder blades, the muscles of the upper back, the muscles between the shoulder blades. And then guiding attention to the front of the body, heading back down to the bottom of the abdomen. Feeling the expansion and contraction of the abdomen as we breathe. Maybe you can bring your attention inside the abdomen and feel the digestive organs. Maybe there's movement in the digestive system today. What do you feel? What do you experience right now? Moving the attention upwards to the rib cage, the lungs. Maybe you can feel the heart beating. Maybe you can feel your rib cage moving up and down, expanding and contracting as you breathe. So let's take a moment to hold the entirety of the torso in awareness, including the sides of the body. feeling the entirety of the chest and the abdomen expanding and contracting as we breathe. And now guiding attention into the left arm, bringing attention all the way down to the left hand. Noticing the palm of the left hand, the back of the left hand, and expanding awareness out into the fingers. Noticing the thumb, the left index finger, the left middle finger, the left ring finger, and the left little finger. Observing now the left wrist, the left forearm, the left elbow, the left upper arm, the left armpit, and the left shoulder. And now moving across to the right shoulder and guiding attention down the right arm until we reach the right hand. Noticing the palm of the right hand, the back of the right hand, the right thumb, the right index finger, the right middle finger, the right ring finger, the right little finger. And now bringing awareness into the right wrist. The right forearm. The right elbow. The right upper arm. The right armpit. And the right shoulder. And then bringing awareness into the neck, the back of the neck, the front side of the neck, the throat, the larynx, the esophagus, noticing the chin, the jaw. Any tightness in the jaw, can you, through awareness, allow relaxation to come? The mouth, the teeth, the tongue, the gums, opening to the throat, the lips, the nose, the cheeks, the ears, the eyes, the muscles around the eyes, the eyebrows, space between the eyebrows, the forehead, the temples, the scalp, crown of the head, back of the head, and so here we are. This is us here in this moment. Is it possible to dilate that awareness to include the entirety of the body? So we've kind of taken a moment to become aware of each and every little piece of our body. Is it possible to put that together? Expand awareness to just notice what is present for you. What do you experience? What can you feel in your body? What becomes the most prominent as we expand that awareness to the body? So take a moment, if you like, to congratulate yourself for having made it through today's practice, and perhaps use this as an opportunity to determine to keep practicing regularly, because that is how the benefits of this practice emerge. It's through cultivation of mindfulness. So keep it up. Thank yourself. Give yourself a hug and a congratulations for having made it through today, and I'll close today's practice with 3 rings of the bell. All right. Thanks everyone for being here with me and for being here with everyone else. Notice there's a lot more people here at the end than there was at the beginning, so it's good to have you all here. I guess that's kind of how live events work. People kind of stumble in as time goes on. So it's great to have everybody here today. And I guess I just wanted to summarize today's practice. And the topic was, what are the benefits of mindfulness practice? So mindfulness practice meaning doing something like we just did, focusing on physical sensations in the body at any given moment. And so what the benefits of doing this kind of practice are, especially if we do it regularly, are reduced stress, reduced anxiety and depression, better cognitive function, reduced symptoms of autoimmune diseases, more better cardiovascular health. So a huge number of benefits that are associated with doing this practice. Improved immune function and chronic pain management. And all of this tends to come through that avenue of stress reduction. So as cortisol goes down, as we leave our fight or flight mode and we move into rest and digest mode, we can improve our immune system. We can reduce inflammation, because these hormones that cause this kind of inflammation do dissipate. And so then of course there are the cognitive benefits, more increased gray matter in the areas of brain that are related to cognition, that are related to memory, that are related to focusing and staying on task. So the mindfulness practice is useful for all of this, which is one of the reasons why I kind of nickname mindfulness as a gym for the mind. But of course, maybe the difference between going to the gym and mindfulness practice is that in the gym we're specifically trying to do something, right? I'm focusing on trying to exercise my body, whereas in mindfulness practice it's really a process of letting go. I am trying to focus my mind on one particular thing, but not pushing away the experience, even when the experience means that I've lost my concentration. So it's kind of a minute difference, but an important one to note that there is an aspect of non-striving that is crucial to the mindfulness practice for it to be effective. It's all why we keep coming back. Thanks, Gene, for sharing. And hi, everybody. Hi, Eddie. Great to see you again. And great to see everybody here today. Hope you're having a lovely day or evening wherever you are. I would like to encourage you to keep up your mindfulness practice, because that is how you're going to see the benefits of your practice. Is the only way to see the benefit is to do the work. And I think, that's why I think mindfulness kind of went out of fashion. Is, mindfulness was really, really popular from like 2016 to 2019, and it's just kind of, if you look around, that's where most of the popular articles about mindfulness were written during that time, and all the mindfulness brand names started to come out at that time, and then it disappeared mostly. And so, why was it popular then and not as popular now? My assumption is that people realize that it's not easy, that I don't always feel awesome every single time I meditate. Sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes I'm having a hard time and I can't get the hard times to go away. And hey, welcome to life. And I think that's really what mindfulness is. It's living life authentically and authentically being with our lives, whatever that means, whatever's going on, and rolling out the red carpet to our experience. Welcome this experience. Here is what this experience is today. And so that kind of reminds me of Rumi's guest house. Whether it be a crowd that sweeps your house, a crowd of sorrows that sweeps your house full of, whether it be a crowd of sorrows sweeping your house completely empty of all of its furniture, or something else, hey, it may be clearing you out for some new delight. You never know. So is it possible to be with our experience, to be with what's happening in the present, because we don't know what's happening tomorrow? And that's another topic that I want to do soon, is about Shunryo Suzuki's not taking any breath for granted, never expecting another inhale after this exhale has completed. So you don't know what the future is going to bring. You don't know that this major world event that's happened, what's going to be the outcome of that, or this seemingly minor event of our lives. Maybe we catastrophize about it now, but we don't know the future. So can you roll out the red carpet for the experience? Well, hi, Jenny. It's so great to see you, Jenny. I haven't seen you in so long, and I believe this. Yeah, I believe this is the same Jenny who basically attended my very first live event here on Insight Timer. So it's great to see you again. Let's close this practice. Welcome back. It's so good to see you. Let's close this practice as we do with some well wishes to ourselves and well wishes to all of those who are here today. So follow along with me if you like. May I be happy and peaceful. May everyone watching, listening, wherever you are, I wish you all happiness and peace. May all sentient life here on this planet and throughout the universe be happy and peaceful. May we all be happy and peaceful. Thanks, everyone. Join Ryan's Daily Mindfulness Circle on Insight Timer groups for more sharing, more meditations. And I'll be back in about 47 hours to meditate it with you again and to talk about another topic back on the basics of mindfulness. So hope you'll come back. Hope you'll keep up your daily practice. Maybe that's the most important thing. Hope you'll keep up your daily practice and see what the benefits of this powerful practice are. Until next time. Bye-bye.